Hi, y'all. It's
Hey.
Neva from Manic Mama Musings and Captain Obvious.
It's actually LJ, but whatever.
Captain Obvious. Um, because, it's obvious that you're LJ. They don't think you're a whole nother person.
If you go like this, you'll never get my name wrong. Anyway.
Okay, this is Movie and Stitch. And we did our Y and our Z, so we're done. Did we finish before everybody? Was it a competition? No, it wasn't. We did, I don't even know if we finished before everybody. I know it wasn't a competition, but I'm so glad we got it done because we were way far behind. I also wanted it done before December because I'm doing Vlogmas, and Thanksgiving stuff's coming up, and so it was just gonna be a busy time. My twin's birthday next week and all that stuff. So the first movie, what we did for Y, was You've Got Mail, and I've watched it before. I absolutely adore Meg Ryan. And
Me
Meg
too.
Ryan and Tom Hanks together are just perfect. Like the humor, he is not so much into romantic movies. Like he will watch them and some of them he likes, but some of them he's like, it's not my thing.
To me,
Like,
this is more of a comedy.
Yeah, and when I watched Bridgerton, he was not into that. Like I watched that series by myself, which I'm fine with.
It's very niche.
But You've Got Mail is just cute. It's cute, it's sweet, it's all those feel good stuff. Like, yeah. There's one sad part in the movie about her losing her bookstore. Other than that, like, it's a feel good. You get excited and happy for them. You love the suspense a little bit, like not suspense like thriller suspense, but will they, won't they, will they find out, that kind of thing. And do you have your phone so you can read trivia?
Oh yeah, I forgot about trivia. Yeah, I gotta lean back because we're on bed.
So sorry, guys. I am feeling better. I mostly just have drainage, and so I'm blowing my nose a lot. Not that you wanted to know that. That's not what this video is about. Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks are the well, anyway, they're very good. I don't know what word I was looking for, but
yes.
And then I can't remember her name, but the lady who played Edith on The Bunkers, she's in it. And I don't know about y'all, but I absolutely Kiyoshi Quake right now. I absolutely adore her. Like, she doesn't have a big role in it, but she's in it, and just her being in it is kind of, it takes me back to Archie Bunker, and I loved Edith. Like, Edith was the reason I ever wanted to watch the show.
Kyoshi. Oh, this cat.
So, yeah. He has to decide to...
He does everything like right underneath the little stand we got the camera on.
He wasn't up there till it's time to record, because that's how that goes. If you have cats, you know that, like, or dogs even. I noticed a lot of people, like, all of a sudden their animals are like, hey, we want to be right up underneath everything. Kyoshi.
And he's got to lift his leg up to scratch himself, and he's pushing up the thing. Anyway, so what did I think of the movie? I liked it. I thought it was really funny. I love Tom Hanks. He's always got this little sardonic attitude to him, where it's very playful, not mean. And in this movie, both characters are kind of like that. So I really like that, the sass going back and forth, and also just the plot in general was really good. It's really, kind of.
I like how she
spiritorial.
Teaches him to be more compassionate, and he teaches her
to be more
edgy. That's kind of us, except for reverse. I taught him how to be a jerk sometimes because it's needed, and he might not have taught me how to be nicer, but I am stubborn. No, there's times when he points out that I need to chill a little. So yeah, maybe that's why I like this movie so much. You want to read the trivia, my love?
Yes. My pants are falling down lately enough.
While you're sitting?
That is not trivia, but it's weird. I need my belt.
Where is it?
I don't know. Anyway, the scene where Joe accidentally closes the door of Kathleen's shop on the balloons was unscripted. Tom Hanks actually did that and ad-libbed the line. Good thing it wasn't the fish. Nora Ephron thought it was so funny that she kept it in. The children's bookstore scenes in the film were filmed at Maya Shaper's Cheese and Antique Shop on 106 West 69th Street. All of Joe and Kathleen's emails were put on the movie's official website, which Warner Brothers kept active until 10 of May 2018.
Interesting.
The
My
casting of
belly is doing funky stuff.
the casting of okay, casting of Dave Chappelle as Kevin, Joe's friend and confidant, came about because 4 years previously Chappelle was offered the role of Bubba in Forrest Gump. That's interesting. I didn't know that. The extra who is playing the florist in the beginning of the movie is pregnant. Later, Kathleen is buying flowers at the same florist, and there's a sign in the window saying it's a girl. Huh. Let's do one more. The movie's opening and ending titles make use of commonly seen computer images of the time, specifically Windows 95 and 98. The ending title song, which begins just after the words "the end" appear on the screen, starts with an adaptation of the startup sound from Windows 95. Okay, so there you have it, folks. Some trivia from You Got Mail.
And some Kyoshi quakes because he cannot not do it. Like, that's not in him.
Comment if you remember AOL Online.
Yes, and tell me if you've watched You've Got Mail. I don't remember what year it was made, but it's a pretty old movie.
90-something.
I love it. It's one of those. I'm not.
1998.
I guess I do like romantic movies, but I don't like those Hallmark. You know I don't know how to explain it. There's certain kind of romance movies that just don't. I don't like them. I like ones with. I like romantic comedies and whatnot. Okay, so the next movie that we watched is far from romantic or a comedy.
This cat.
Go, Kiyoshi. Get down. You're making me mad.
Sure.
Sorry. Pet break. So the letter Z was the letter that we had to pick a movie from. That's harder than you think. We really wanted to watch Zombieland and Zombieland Double Tap. We were going to do a twofer, but neither one of them were on any of our streaming, unfortunately. So
yeah. Didn't do that. Oh, you cat.
So we watched on Shudder. It's Z. It's just this letter Z. That's the name of the movie. But then underneath it says "What? Come and play."
Wants to play.
Wants to play. Well, anyway, but Z wants to play. But the name of the movie is just the letter Z, and it's on Shudder. And it was a. Is it horror or is it thriller? Thriller horror.
It's horror.
It'll mess with your mind, but I liked it. It's not a feel-good movie, y'all. It's not.
Unless you feel good watching thrillers.
Well, true. Some people do. Well, the Crochet Witch, Heather, she, those are feel-good movies for her. But I'm just saying it's not a all happy da-da-da. It's a dark, and if you don't like scary movies, don't watch it. The only place we found it was on Shudder, and it was very good. And let's just say my sister had an imaginary friend. This gives a whole nother meaning to imaginary friends. It kind of scares me now that she had one that she was so into. In fact, her name was Sally. We had to set a place for her and everything eventually. When you watch the movie, you'll understand. Nice. But we had to set a place for her and everything. And then all of a sudden one day, like, she wasn't talking about Sally, and my mom was like, Sally isn't joining us today? And she's like, no, she went to Salt Lake City. Like, how are you so specific about exactly where Sally went to?
Maybe she was a traveling bum.
So if you watch this movie, you'll understand why now I'm like...
The hobo ghost.
But, yeah. It's a take on imaginary friends. It's a creepy take on imaginary friends. I kind of like it.
And it's got a twist ending to it,
Yeah, and it's got a twist ending to it, and... I wasn't expecting none of it. So there you go. And a lot of times I'm like, this is going to happen. And when it does, I'll just like, how do you always do that? I'm like, I don't know. But this one was not new, not at all. I didn't know what was going to happen. So I highly recommend it. Okay, You've Got Mail gets 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up for the humor, the romantic part of it, the actors, all of it. 2 thumbs up. Z, 2 thumbs up.
Definitely both.
So what was your take on Z?
Z, I loved it. I also like the fact that it's not exactly something that's just at the kid's head. The whole time I did actually think it was the kid, but whenever the movie progresses, you find out, wait a minute, this isn't the kid. And also there's, like I said, there's a twist halfway through the movie that really throws everything into the wind that we've learned so far. So it's really good. It was very well directed
It
and made,
switches it up on
and
you.
the acting is good too. I
Yes.
really like the acting,
Yeah, I know
especially from that kid.
Would you take it away, Captain Obvious, with your trivia?
All right, the movie came out in 2019. Deborah Ferguson's debut. Sarah Canning plays Jenna. She also plays a character named Jenna in the Vampire Diaries series. And that's all the trivia. But I want to see if I can find out how much this movie grossed, because I'm into weird stuff like that.
Okay. We are now watching. Okay, we only got through 1.5 of the Harry Potters last night, but we're now gonna binge watch those. Like that's what we're gonna watch till we're done with all of them, because he's never watched them all. I've watched them with my daughter, but it's been a while because one of the twins used to love Harry Potter. She still likes him, but she was really into him back then. And so November used to always be Harry Potter season and Twilight season because the other twin loved Twilight. And so, yeah. And so we just decided to watch Harry Potter. And if we can find Twilight, maybe we'll binge watch Twilight after that. But like I said, the twins' birthday is this month. And so that used to be we'd go see the Twilight movies. They'd come out around the twins' birthday. And we'd always go for their birthday, around their birthday to watch it.
That's pretty cool.
Go ahead with your... Okay.
I couldn't find anything else on it.
Okay, he couldn't find anything else. So the Stitch part.
Darn you! I have to pee.
So I put the donations in the basket over there, and so now I've got a craft show. I'm hoping I can do December 4th. There is one the 27th, but I just don't think I can get enough made to make up for the price of the space, and so I'm just that's a waste of money. If I can't make up, it's $30 and there's no one to share the space with me because usually I half it with somebody. So, I'm going to work on Christmas gifts and stuff for the craft fair December 4th. Some of the stuff I make for the craft fair will also be that if they don't sell, they can go for donation. So that's kind of in my head. This is a pair of the slipper socks that Llama Mama Kayla makes, but I made shorty ones, and of course add the ribbing like I did before on the longer ones. So these are a Christmas gift, and this I made. This is all during the movies. I made a hat, just a regular beanie, a double crochet beanie with the ribbing, and a pair of fingerless gloves to match, which is just ribbing and then double crochet, leave a hole for the thumb. So there's a set. And so if that doesn't sell on the 4th, that will go into donations. The donations for December, I've decided I think are going to be to the women's shelter. I am collecting some clothes that we no longer wear or no longer fits us, and we're going to put them in that basket that I put the other stuff in. But so those are my Stitch, and so we're done with Movie and Stitch. So I'm going to add this to the playlist. If you want to go through and get ideas for movies, I have a whole playlist of Movie and Stitch. I will link the playlist below. This was started by Terry from Yarn Joy podcast, and we have enjoyed it. In fact, we started our own with Ashley. We just haven't done it in a while, called Manic Stitch and Movie Cow, I think is what it is. And if you're a content creator and would like to join us, that's great, because I will gladly put your videos, because people like to have movie ideas. But the next time we come on, maybe it'll be one of those, and we will talk about Harry Potter. Well, probably be after we finish all of them. I should probably be taking notes and have him take notes because we're both very forgetful. But I will be crocheting throughout that. In fact, last night I crocheted some. But we will talk about Harry Potter later. I need to contact Ashley and see if we're still going to... Even if she doesn't want to continue it, I'm probably going to continue it and leave it as Manic Stitch and Movie Cow. So if any one of the content creators wants to, this is not a time limit. This is just whenever you want to make a video and review a movie, then great. And if you can do it with your significant other, it's fun. Or your best friend or one of your children. Whatever, it's fun. And I will show you what I've been working on during Harry Potter movies then, and whatever other movies we watch. So now we will start that back up, because it got too much doing the Movie and Stitch and Vlogtober, or Crochettober, and It was too much to keep up with. So now I can work on that in Vlogmas. In Vlogmas, I will be doing a lot of Christmas movies. So we will be able to review them and put them in the playlist. So I love y'all. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you go check out one of those movies if you've not watched them, or maybe You've Got Mail is one that you haven't watched in a while, and you thought, oh wow, I haven't watched that. I'd like to
Highly
go watch
recommend it.
I had not watched it in a long time, and I'm glad I watched it. It's one of those I can watch again and again. And it's funny because Terry from Yarn Joy podcast watched Xanadu for X like we did, and then she's watching You've Got Mail for Y, and so I thought that was pretty cool. But once you get to X, Y, and Z, there's not a lot of choices, y'all.
Even Q was kind of hard.
Yeah, Q was kind of hard. So I love y'all. Kiyoshi is bound here. Put him in the. That's what he wants.
Be in the video with
I
us?
guess he wants to be in the video.
Look,
He
there's
wants
you.
attention.
Look.
He does not care.
See?
That is Kiyoshi, and he causes earthquakes quite often when we're videotaping.
When he's not terrorizing Tokyo, he's here bothering us.
Yeah, we love him though. I really am not as mean to him. Love y'all. Bye.